The Bears.
Because of the way they play the nickel corner here, and the nickel corner plays 88-85% of the snaps. He's got to be like part linebacker.
The Bears.
When you're in a scouting room, there's going to be differences of opinion.
The Bears.
Well, you're looking at traits. And number one, he tested very, very well.
The Bears.
Greg, why are teams wrong on quarterback evaluation so up?
Number one, it's a hard position to evaluate.
Former Bears scouting director Greg Gabriel talks football live every week on the Barroom Network. Also available on demand.
Look, I think it's a good time to be a Chicago Bears fan. There's a lot to be excited about. But let me tell you something. We are past the point of excuses. If things go sour, you have used up all of the patience that Chicago has to offer.
The following program is rated TV MALV. It contains strong language, violence, and nudity. It is intended only for mature audiences.
Here we go, Barflies. Welcome to the Barfly Tailgate Show. You already know it's done by Barflies, for Barflies, and all the other Bears fans out there. Bears come into this game on a 4-game winning streak, Tooch. Fired up to try and keep the thing rolling. But how was your week, man? How you doing?
Good so far. Had a nice day in college football yesterday, but I hadn't been able to, get a handle on a lot of games. The transfer portal makes things difficult at times for me. And then, Texas A&M had a nice win last night. Had a late winner with Utah as well. Good, man. I love college football. Looking forward to some NFL football on the Bears. And I was saying on Bare Their Souls, don't know if you caught the show on Wednesday, but Ben Johnson is playing Bears football, man. He's running the ball and they're playing defense. It's like, and they're also getting big plays. It's like a Bears fan wet dream. We're getting Bear football plus explosives. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, that's I heard parts of it. I listen on Spotify the next day. Usually I don't catch it live, but I was listening to parts of it, and you said it perfectly. Ben Johnson, and when you look at Ben Johnson, this was his offense with the Lions too. A lot of people see the glitz and glamour. They see the flea flickers, the throws to Penei Sewell, and the trick plays, but the foundation of that offense was running the football with Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery, and we're seeing that kind of take shape with DeAndre Swift all of a sudden saying, "Hey, don't forget about me." A lot of Bears fans have been talking about let's go get a running back at this trade deadline, and he's kind of been holding his own out there. And then all of a sudden, Kyle Monangai last week started getting the ball rolling, gets his first NFL touchdown, which was awesome to see. They're setting the foundation, and the good thing is Well, I want to say good thing. I guess we'll just get right into last week. Caleb Williams did not have a great game, and he even said it right after. I
Yep.
didn't have a good game, and it was great that we were able to win, even with me not having a great game. I was a little surprised because he seemed like he had happy feet. He was overthrowing guys or
Yeah.
speeding the ball, and there were some plays where it looked like he had some room in front of him to run, and he was kind of not taking it, which was obviously the quarterback before him would have definitely took those runs,
Yeah.
but he couldn't make the throws that Caleb can make.
Are you saying how soon before we start complaining about Caleb rushing?
I don't want to go that far.
I know.
I just
agree.
feel like he left some yards out there, and
Yeah.
and when you do
That's
run,
all we're saying. Yep.
right, and when you do run, a lot of times that'll bring a defender forward, and you can pop it over his head, or it actually will open up guys that aren't even open as you run out there. But yeah, the main thing is the Bears won. Probably should have been a blowout. I got a little when the Saints turn around and throw 2 touchdown passes to Chris Olave and make it kind of close there. I was kind of like, oh gosh, what do we got going on here? Are we going to let the Saints hang around? But we took care of business, won the game, ran the ball well. Defense played freaking lights out. I'm fired up about this defense too, because I didn't expect this. I loved Ben Johnson, and I liked Dennis Allen's defensive scheme. We've heard Tom Brady speak glowingly about it, how he struggled with it in Tampa Bay after all those years in the NFL. But all of a sudden we're seeing TJ Edwards play really well. Edmonds coming into his own in this defense, it seems like, as a leader out there. The defensive line getting pressure. We haven't exactly got home for a ton of sacks, but I feel like we're getting a lot of pressures, which leads to turnovers usually.
Yep.
The big question mark today is, though,
the secondary. What?
Exactly.
We might as well flash it up there, huh?
Yeah. Oh man, it's rough. And I think I don't know if it was from last week or what I saw, but I saw Austin Booker out again, but I didn't. When I looked it up, he wasn't on here. But yeah, Kyler Gordon, Roschon Johnson, Braxton Jones, Cole Kmet all out. Kyler Gordon and Braxton Jones got sent to the IR, so they won't be back for another 4 weeks. I guess that opens the door if you have a backup tackle. Are you rolling with the guy that we drafted? I can't think of his name now.
Shamar Turner?
No, the offensive tackle that we drafted.
Oh, Ozzie Trapillo.
Yeah, are you going to roll with Trapillo out there, or are you going to shuffle them around again? I mean, I know you got Theo Benedict, but who's backing him up with Braxton Jones going to IR? But yeah, it's just tough because
That's a good question. I think did they make? They made some moves today but they didn't bring up another tackle. So I guess we just have 3 on the roster, right?
As far as I know, yeah, unless they feel like Joe Tooney can slide out there in a pinch, which is another issue all in itself because he's really worked into form at that left guard position the way everyone expected. He's really been a leader out there, and I've loved what I've seen out of him.
I just want to try and look on their depth chart for a second here for the tackle.
Yeah, we'll have to look at Austin Booker, though, because if he is out today, doesn't that mean he missed his 21-day window, or does he have another week on that?
He has until Tuesday.
Till Tuesday, okay.
Yep. So I imagine they'll activate him like Monday or Tuesday. Otherwise, you lose him for the season.
Right.
Amon Agbong-Baminga, the special teamer, he has he's a week longer left than Booker.
Mm-hmm.
So he's still got like a few more days to make a decision on. 2 more days.
Yeah.
To make a decision on Booker.
Grady Jarrett being a full participant, though, I guess that's promising because we were missing him, I guess. And then Cairo Santos will make his way back as our kicker. Did Jake Moody? They just stuck him on the practice squad, right? Did he make it through waivers and everything?
Yeah, he reverted back to the practice squad. And so players have so many reversions that they can go in between, the roster and the practice squad. Now, Jonathan Ford, the big defensive tackle,
Mm-hmm.
he was added to the 53-man roster because he was out of those reversions, so he had to be signed to the. And he's been a big part of why they've been able to stop the run. Held the Saints to 44 yards rushing. The cornerbacks, man, we're really thin. We're thin. Offensive line is thin now too, with Braxton Jones being put on IR.
Right.
We're lucky we were able to sign Deshaun Wright in free agency. Man, that looks like a really fortunate move. And then they brought up Dallas Flowers, I think, so just because they need a body, and then they'll have Nick McLeod and Josh Blackwell. But I don't know who's going to be on the outside. They have Jalen Jones, Josh Blackwell, Nick McLeod. And those three guys have two spots to fill. The outside cornerback and nickelback. Now Blackwell's been pretty good at nickel for the Bears, and when he's had to play in place of Kyler Gordon. Just when we get him back, he goes back out.
Yeah, that's what sucks, man. Is Kyler was. And he looked pretty good. He knocked the rust off and was holding his own out there. They love using him in the blitz, and he's been able to do it really well. I'm assuming that Josh Blackwell can do some of those same things.
Yep.
I feel like he's the guy that you're plugging in the nickel corner there. But
who's going to play on the outside? It's got to be Jalen Jones, no?
Yeah, I would assume. I'm assuming that's where they'll go. That might be. Everyone's been talking about the trade deadline coming up in a couple of weeks. I think November 4th is the trade deadline, and maybe cornerback is the position that nobody. We've talked about it on here a couple times. KB joining us here, he's talked about it. A couple of times, bringing in Asante Samuel Jr. or somebody like that. But that might be a position, a lot of people have talked running back. We've talked to edge rusher, but maybe corner is the more pressing position because now you're down to your 4th, 5th, and 6th corner. Really? I guess Nashawn Wright was CB2, but the ideal world, he was not CB2. In the ideal world, you had Jalen Johnson and you had Tyreek and you had Kyler man in those spots downs. But I don't. It doesn't look good for us in the secondary. You got Brisker back there, and Byard, they're both having really good years. I think Byard is a Pro Bowler, the way he's been playing this year. But Caesar says suit up, Al Harris. we might have to at this point, man. They're hurting out there. KB, we just went over the injury report, man. What are your thoughts on what we got going on and how was your week? You're muted, by the way.
Yeah, man, I popped in and I seen the long list. It's unfortunate. It's very, very unfortunate that you lose Kyler Gordon for the rest of the year. That sucks. And watching some of the blowback from it, you see a lot of people that are on these platforms saying that maybe we need to trade Kyler Gordon now, and we're fed up with Kyler Gordon because he's hurt. Like, bro, no, he's literally probably one of the 2 best slot corners in the league, one of the best nickel corners in the league. You're not trading Kyler Gordon. Shorty, I don't know. I know they put him on IR. It might be the short-term IR, but I seen he was put on IR. So there's no telling how long he might be gone for.
Short-term, missed 4 weeks at least.
It was short-term?
Yep.
Okay. So, it's unfortunate. I think we all kind of figured last week that Tyreek was going to be gone for the game at least, especially when Ben Johnson came out and said that it was going to be something that was more than likely week to week. Right now your depth is extremely tested right now. It's extremely.
There's a lot of teams in the NFL are
so it's like, man, you're
anyone who knows fantasy football has seen it this year when you're picking up the 3rd string running back, hoping to get anything out of them.
Yep.
And it is what it is, man. It's football, so it's this next man up mentality. But like I said, it does bring you back to conversations that were had. Like, what I'm saying, why we need to probably bring in some more guys. Like I said, I've been campaigning for Asante Samuel Jr. He has starting experience. Right now, that can be paying dividends. I don't know how good he is. Maybe he's hurt, or maybe he has something else that's going on. I don't know. But right now, I wouldn't be mad with taking a look at him.
Would you rule out a trade before the trade deadline, which I think is a week from Tuesday?
Right now, no. It's funny because I seen a couple of people talking about some Nashawn Wright from not Sean Wright. The kid
Alontae Taylor.
Yeah, talking about trading for him.
Yeah, good player.
What would that cost you? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know what you throw at a Tariq Woolen to try to pry him away. But like, you know what I'm saying? To me, those are big names. Those are guys that, you would have to.
Yeah, the Seahawks are contending for that division. They're not going to give away Woolen.
Right. So, man, I don't know. I don't know what you do. You know what I'm saying? I ain't outside of the Alontae Taylor news and the Tariq Woolen news. I was like, I don't know anybody who's giving up a corner right now. So yeah,
I meant to look up to see if there was. I meant to look and see if there was any guys in free agency or that we could pick up or trade for that didn't cost us a lot that had played for Dennis Allen before with the Saints. Paul Martin brought up a good point. Al Harris coached Stephon Gilmore in Dallas. Wonder if he's got anything left in the tank. I do worry about with Gilmore, especially at his age. He's to me largely a zone corner. So to ask him to go man to man with these wide receivers ones in today's NFL, and he's 35, 36. He might be able to do it, but it might be a tough task for him.
Absolutely sure, for damn sure, they're not. He's gonna sit there and he's gonna play zone. He's not gonna come down and play man to man. Man, that's a wrap for Stephon Gilmore, bro. But yeah, like I said, I seen the list, man. Roschon Johnson being hurt again. That hurts.
He's out this game. Okay,
I believe so.
Roschon and Gordon.
I think he was at the top of that list.
Yeah,
Gordon, we signed him to a big contract off season, and he's played 2 games. I think it was the first game he had the injury. Second half of the first week, and then couldn't go after the second game.
Yeah, that I can get because you came out and you played. You know what I'm saying? If you were hurt coming into a game and you just so happen to get even more hurt coming out of the game, I get it. Like people play with injuries all the time. They get aggravated or something new happens because you're nursing an old injury. So now you're compensating on one end and leaves you open for something else to happen. So like I said, I'm not mad at the Kyler Gordon situation. Like I get it. Shit happens. Has he been hurt? Yeah, but like I said, on the flip side of that, man's Pro Bowler. Like Braxton Jones' situation is also shocking to me. I don't know when that happened. I've been hearing about it, but apparently his knee.
Yep.
So
that's why they haven't traded him to anyone like the Chargers or whoever, because he hasn't been healthy enough he wouldn't pass a physical, for you try to trade him to another team because we were all in here hoping we could get a 6th round pick for him or something,
I was gonna say, man, hell, that could have been a trade piece to try to get a corner. You trade him and you get somebody's secondary backup corner. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It could have worked, but
it's also terrible luck that our draft pick of Zay Frazier did not work out because man, we could use him, for whatever reason. It's like personal reasons or something why he's.
So I have seen something. I seen something that said that his longtime girlfriend had died right before he got drafted. And apparently she was like really, really in his corner with that. And it messed his mental up. That's what I read. I don't know if it's true because I haven't seen anything else corroborating that story, but that's the first thing I had seen. It was saying that girlfriend passed away right before he got drafted and it messed his mental up. So I was like, man, if that's the case, man, all you do is pray for the kid's mental at that point.
Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate for the Bears
Yeah.
that we don't have, that could have been a nice depth piece, whether he plays well or not. He's out there, getting
Right.
NFL experience. The
Yeah, same college as Tariq Woolen, and should they size wise they pretty much the same comparison.
But like Aaron said at the top of the show, the Bears are 4-2. I think a lot of people, for after the first two games, after we gave away the Vikings game, and then the Lions put a hurting on us, just a little Ben Johnson slap. And then to be 4-2, I mean, we shouldn't be we're all surprised, but we shouldn't be terribly surprised because they've been getting takeovers out the ass. The turnover, we're like plus 11 turnover differential. We're getting 1 or 2 turnovers a game. That can really change the game. Of course, we haven't played the toughest. Toughest competition. Hi, Neil. The Ravens are going to be. I don't know whether I don't know what to make of them. They're 1-5. They're always. They've been perennial playoff teams. And John Harbaugh off of a bye. We thought we were playing Lamar Jackson today. We won't be. The line was Bears plus 6.5. It's now Bears plus 2. 4.5 points.
Wow.
You see what a difference Lamar Jackson can make in a ball game. Is just that dynamic of a player, and we haven't the competition that we faced. Hasn't been the best. We still haven't won a division game. So the Bears, and with the injuries, I'm a little uncertain about this game. I'll let Neil talk a little bit more about Bears Ravens.
How's it going, guys? You are looking live from beautiful sunny South Bend, Indiana. That's where we are right now.
What you here in the Bend, Neil?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, shoot, brother, if I'd have known.
You guys didn't get together?
Wait, you're in South Bend right now?
Yeah.
Oh, man, we could have done the show together.
Man, damn, if I'd have known, brother.
Yeah. What side of town you on?
Oh, right now I'm on it's more on the south side, but I won't say I'm in South Bend. I'm in Mishawaka, which is right there. Yeah. It's literally between Elkhart and South Bend. It's like 10 minutes long, isn't it?
Yeah. Same difference, brother.
Yeah, man.
Same difference. Yeah, man. Over here on the west side. Gorgeous day. Absolutely gorgeous day. But man.
Yeah. That's another thing I wanted to bring up, Tori. And the Ravens defense has stepped. Last year they started slow too. The Ravens defense. I mean, people passed all over them. This year they've got some injuries in the secondary, but the Ravens defense last week showed some signs. And of course, it was 2 weeks ago, Tori. But they're coming off a bye.
Right.
What are you guys? Does this game worry you a little bit?
Oh, I'm terrified.
Okay. Absolutely. I'm not the only one.
I'm terrified. My biggest concern is with us, with our injuries in the secondary. We do get a break that Lamar Jackson is not playing. That guy's been terrorizing me since he played in college. I don't like what we've got going on in our secondary. And the Ravens have the pieces on defense. In my 12-ounce Crow Route podcast, we picked the division winners, and of course I picked the Ravens to win the AFC North because the coach is there, the roster is there. They've got in theory they have the best quarterback. I guess Roquan's healthy still. They lost that big defensive tackle. That was a big blow to their defense for sure. They've got pieces in the secondary. I can't remember if Marlon Humphrey is back or if he's still hurt, or they were expecting to get a lot of pieces back after the bye, which I was like, oh, that's perfect. Whoever they play after the bye is gonna take on. Not only are they in a hole at 1-5, like you said, Touche, with playoff aspirations. If you drop to 1-6, you're and they've got a short week next week. They play on Thursday night. It's against the Dolphins, but they play on Thursday night this next week. So they've got to start getting the ball rolling if they want to make moves in the AFC North, which all of a sudden Aaron Rodgers is found the fountain of youth in Pittsburgh or something, and he's slinging it all over the place up there.
I don't know how healthy are the Ravens besides, as you said, Jackson was out. Are they also banged up?
I have the injury report in here. but it didn't.
It sounded like a lot of their defense was hurt, and that's apparently why their defense was starting slow. But I don't.
I just realized I was on mute. I was about to say I had the injury report look right in front of me, and there you see it. The only DNP this week leading into game day was Ronnie Stanley.
Okay.
Lamar Jackson. Hey, Ravens are about to get hammered by the NFL for that nonsense that they were doing with messing around with their injury report leading into game day.
So they do have some guys who are on IR, like Nnamdi Madubuike, who's a big defensive end or tackle in their defensive line, is a big part of their defense. He's on injured reserve. Other than that, it looks like they're getting pretty healthy, Aaron.
Yeah, but hey, you don't have the MVP.
You don't have the MVP, exactly. Yep. Aside from Lamar Jackson, yep.
And that's the reason why this game doesn't necessarily scare me. I understand, like, there's reasons why it would scare the hell out of a couple of you guys, but this game doesn't scare me at all. I feel like, yeah, we are extremely banged up in the secondary right now, but like more specifically at cornerback. You know, we got both of our safeties healthy, assumingly. You know, as healthy as they can be. You know, as healthy as you can be a week 8 or wherever the hell we are right now. But the only real liability that we have right now is our corners. And so if those guys can go ahead and, you know, that mash unit that we have right now can step up and figure out a way to make some plays, I think we'll be all right. We'll be able to move the ball up and down the field all over these boys. They can't stop a nosebleed, right? I don't have any. You know, they're going to be able to score some points. These Bears are. They're going to be able to score some points on this defense. We could have another one of them days where we put up over 40. You know what I mean? Like it could be a Dallas Cowboys game all over again. That's kind of how I feel about it.
Yep.
It's just a matter of how well does Tyler Huntley figure out a way to make plays. I think it's what it really comes down to. Can Tyler Huntley make plays at quarterback position and take advantage of this mash unit of a cornerback room? That's really kind of, I think, what it boils down to today. And if the Bears can somehow come on top of that very specific matchup right there, quarterback versus banged up DB, banged up secondary, banged up corners, we'll be in great shape.
Yep, teams have been able to run the ball in the Ravens. So if Ben Johnson is stuck to the run game. That's what Aaron and I were talking about before you guys got here. Is that the Bears coach, the new coach, has been playing Bears football with running the game, running the ball, and we've been playing tough defense, and we've also been getting explosives. But the thing, the winning with the Dennis Allen's guys getting turnovers now. What's remarkable to me is that it's basically almost the same roster as Matt Eberflus had, but Dennis Allen's getting like 10 times the production. KB.
Mm-hmm.
Hey man, there's something to be said about keeping your DBs off 10 and 15 yards when it's, you know what I'm saying, it's 3rd and 1 and you could be fast. I'm just saying, man, it might have something to do with it. No.
I mean, Cowboys fans are dealing with that right now. They're watching one of the best offenses in the league, and their defense just give it right back.
Can't stop anybody. The move from Edmonds, and Berlissimo mentioned it in the chat, the move to Will, linebacker for Edmonds, and TJ Edwards to middle linebacker before that was it had been really great. It's been brilliant. Yeah, and he's been saying that for a long time. But Dennis Allen has done a fantastic job. Him and Al Harris and all their coaches. You know, I love this coaching staff. I'll tell you.
Yeah,
would not be surprised if Al Harris goes ahead and gets himself some looks at a DC position in the offseason.
Yep.
And I was telling you, man, I said, man, everybody that got hired, bro. I was very excited that we got Dennis Allen. You got somebody who, one, you're not gonna worry about getting another head coaching job. 2, he was a head coach for so many years, so it's like, all right, man, you basically got another head coach on the defensive side of the ball that, yes, Ben Johnson is probably still going to be in that room and looking over things, but you don't got to touch that. Go do what you do. Go be the head coach of the defense for me. I appreciate you doing it. Thank you. I don't have to worry about that as much. So, it's you're paying it forward right now. You're seeing that the effort that the guys play with. I don't think a lot of people thought that the defense was going to be as good as it is. Didn't think we were going to get as many turnovers. For not having a premier pass rusher, we do seem to get at least a lot of pressure put on the quarterback. We might not get the sacks, but we do get the pressure, and that's causing these turnovers like they are. So I like hats off to this Allen, man.
A lot of people continue to say, and I hear it every time we have a good defense, they say that these turnovers they almost act like it's lucky. But these players are making plays on the Montez Sweat. Again, he's getting paid to be an elite pass rusher. He may not be that, but he's getting pressures and he's going after the football. He's the one that knocked it out of Spencer Rattler's hands to start, or I guess it was the second turnover last week against the New Orleans Saints. And he's coming along, man. But the way they're attacking the football is, and that goes back to our coaching. I don't know if it's all Al Harris or if it's Dennis Allen thing or a collection of the two. But I'm really happy with what I've been seeing out of our defense, attacking the football, the front and the back of the defense. Because when the D-line's not getting home, we're consistently seeing hands up or punching at the ball or doing what they can to get the ball back to their offense, which is wasn't great that last game, but we did enough to win. So I'm really happy with our defense getting the ball, getting the turnovers, and again, a lot of people try to say, well, you can't replicate that, or we can't expect this to keep up. Well, these players expect to make those plays because they're playing aggressively and taking the steps to get those turnovers. So maybe we can continue to do this. I don't know.
Opposing quarterbacks aren't just, lofting the ball up straight into the arms of our DBs, and our linebackers and defensive linemen aren't exactly, coming up with loose ball security footballs. And they're going after the football. They're making plays on the ball, like you said, AC. They are being aggressive. They're punching at the ball. They're cutting off receivers. They're reading, the offensive playbook basically is what they're doing on defense right now. They're out there going and forcing the issue. Right. That's what we're doing. That's how we're taking the ball away. It's not just luck. It's not just happenstance. It's not just, oh, hey, look what I found, type of stuff. It is, they're not Christmas gifts. Like, they're going ahead robbing jewelry stores. That's what we're doing with this defense right now.
A Louvre heist, if you will.
A Louvre heist.
Yeah, there was a little bit of a controversy with the Ravens and their handling of the Lamar Jackson situation, because I wonder who was taking snaps all week. Was it Lamar? And then they just, or was it Tyler Huntley? You got to figure that they knew Lamar probably wasn't playing, and, Huntley's been getting, first team snaps.
I'm sure Lamar was out there for the optics of it.
Yeah.
There were the pictures and videos coming out of him out there taking snaps. So
I wouldn't be surprised if the NFL looks into it, though. That especially with the line moving 4.5 points, a lot of unhappy Baltimore Ravens bettors.
Well, I mean,
surprised the Ravens are still favored.
No, I know.
We've seen it historically where coaches don't want to give away things.
Yep.
I know it's in the gambling world that we're living in, where lines are and money.
Yeah, but NFL regulations, you cannot mess around with that injury report. You have to be more than honest.
Yeah, so
or at least make an attempt at being honest.
I've just seen the report with Courtney Cronin. She was talking about the situation. Apparently, Wednesday they had him play, even though he was still behind Snoop and Cooper Rush. And they said that by Friday he was full go, but halfway through the practice they downgraded him to limited and had him doing scouting team. So because the rule and the policy saying that, hey, you can't lie about his status. So
he practiced.
Yeah, he practiced, but apparently he practiced with the practice squad. That's essentially what they're trying to say.
My point is that there's some shenanigans maybe going on there.
So
yeah, we'll see if they're able to. I don't even know how they're going to find them. I mean, it's a $1 billion organization.
It would be a fine. Yep.
Particularly with all the gambling stuff going on this week. in basketball with all the gambling stuff, all the news that's come out with all that.
Wasn't that
It's not a
crazy?
good time to be messing around with the injury report.
Chauncey big time Billups out there with the mafia. Who saw
Terry
that
Rozier?
He's screwed.
I love the clips of Terry Rozier coming out, and it's like, yeah, this dude was definitely throwing games. He's like passing the ball directly to the other team.
Well, the books flagged it to the NBA. They said, hey, why are these gigantic bets coming in on Terry Rozier, a part-time player for the Hornets?
Yeah.
Big red flag. Yeah,
well, we saw it there, and we've seen it in baseball. That pitcher for the Guardians, I guess, was they were like, just throw a ball your first pitch, and we're all gonna bet it. And he like dirted the first pitch of the game. Like, you can't even say my arm was tired or anything.
No.
I
was eating popcorn.
Shouldn't have that popcorn. You're right, KB.
You had that popcorn.
Little buttery fingers. Yeah, but I mean, I don't think any of the four of us expected the Bears to be 4-2. But last year when we were 4-2, also, Neil.
we were, and then the wheels came off the bus.
Yeah, wheels came off after the failed Mary. But I mean,
the difference is coaching.
Yeah, the difference is coaching. Absolutely, 100%. Yep.
Yeah, maybe you're muted.
The week after the Ravens game, we'll see Joe Flacco, who I don't know if you catch that Thursday night game against the Steelers.
Absolutely, I watched the AARP Bowl. Absolutely,
Icy Hot Bowl.
He came in and just like it was like he'd been running the offense for all season long, man.
Dude, you guys know I live in the area. I live around a bunch of Bengals fans, and they've all been saying it all year. Dude, we have the weapons. Just get the ball in their hands. And Joe Flacco's like, fuck it, Jamar Chase down there somewhere.
Yeah, 23 targets. 23 targets, like 18 catches or something.
He had 16 receptions, which was a franchise record for a game. He just I mean, that's what they've been wanting. That's what they've been clamoring for.
How can you not get the ball to him? It's ridiculous.
Jake Browning put more balls in the opponent's hands than he did his own players, which was the biggest issue for them. And I was hoping the Bengals kept losing, so those ticket prices would keep on coming down, so I could try and get up there and see them. But it's not. They're all of a sudden excited now, and now that they've beat the Steelers, they've again, we're talking about that AFC North division. They're working their way back up in there.
They're what are they, 3-3?
I believe so. I think they're 3-3, and the Steelers are 4-2 or something like that. So now that they have the win over the Steelers, they get that head to head. But they
got the tiebreaker. I mean, Joe Burrow will be back mid-December, so if they can hold on to Flacco, can hold on until then, I think they got a chance.
You mean emo Burrow? Everybody was talking about his haircut. He had the hair over his eye.
It's like
tear my heart open.
This is the first year I drafted Joe Burrow in fantasy. I was like, I got Joe Burrow, man. I'm going to be set in fantasy football. He gets injured in the first game. That's gone, all the way till December. What am I going to do? Yeah. But, that game next week, it's not as easy as we thought it would be. We thought we might get Jake Browning, no Joe Burrow. We got to face Flacco. He just knows how to run an NFL offense. May not be he was the Joe Flacco of the past, but definitely competent. And there's not 32 guys that are competent in the NFL, to tell you the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true, and that's why the guys like the Joe Flaccos and the Aaron Rodgers and the Matt Stafford. They're good players, but that's why they get to stick around until they're 40, because for whatever reason, you're seeing some players can come up. Like I've said many times, I think our draft class with Caleb Williams, I think all those quarterbacks are hits except maybe J.J. McCarthy, which that's another one. How do you not put him in Thursday night? Break glass in case of emergency. What more of an emergency do you need?
Yeah.
Carson Wentz's shoulders hanging on for dear life.
I was telling people, I was like, man, Carson Wentz is he's just terrible. Like, he didn't play that badly. Vikings fans at my work. I'm like, I'm like, I don't think we were watching the same game. They
Yeah,
can't
I
protect
had to-
anybody.
I had to check in on
our.
our former co-host Jordan Silvera the other day. Just checked on his tweets.
How's he feeling?
Oh, he hasn't
I
picked a new
mean-
team already? He hasn't
Yeah,
picked
he
a new team
switched
already?
from Bears to Vikings.
He was such a big JJ McCarthy fan, and he
Yep.
hated Eberflus. That was really the straw that broke the
Mhm.
camel's back when they stuck with Eberflus instead of going to get Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah.
And then his guy gets drafted up there, so he was like, and he likes Brian Flores' defense.
Yep.
So he jumped ship, but yeah, it's
Man, if he just waited, he would have gotten to see the Ben Johnson era.
That's true. That's true. I mean, it's kind of weird to live through all that suck of Bears history,
Yeah.
and then that be the final straw. You know.
Hey, at least we're not the Jets.
Get your thoughts on the game.
I hate this team. I was born into this, and I'm not gonna ever. I'm always a Jets fan, but like, I hate this team.
I had to play that. Did you guys see
Poor
that?
kid. I did. Yeah.
At least we're not
Heard the
Jets.
audio. That's the first time I saw the video.
At least
No,
we're
I
not
thought it
Jets fans, KB.
I thought it was
man.
staged, brother.
I
It was
mean,
just the way he looked. I was like, "Ooh, I ain't never looked that defeated." Good God!
I mean, they were talking to people when they were playing in London, and they were like, "Why are you a Jets fan?" And he was like, one guy was like, "I like the show King of Queens," and he was a Jets fan, so I chose to be a Jets fan off that. And I'm like, man, you.
well, they're
chose
0-7, right? Are they 0-7, the Jets?
Yeah, with Justin having a negative, finishing games with negative passing yards.
the owner came out and just like slammed him offhandedly.
My gosh, that you talk about our owner, that owner.
Yeah,
awful.
terrible. Yep, horrible.
His son was making moves on the team based off their Madden rating last year. That's how poorly run that franchise is.
Hey man, wasn't that movie? What was the movie with the Cleveland Browns, the draft day movie? Wasn't that
Draft
the
day?
name of it?
Yeah,
That was pretty much the same shit they was doing, man.
Kevin Costner. Yep.
Yeah, they were like,
Sonny,
look at the numbers.
What
Yeah.
was Sonny? What was Sonny's last name? Sonny
I can't
something or
remember.
other.
Sonny Hayes, was it Hayes?
Was it Sonny Hayes?
Can't remember. That was a good movie though.
Yeah. Sonny Weaver.
Sonny Weaver. Okay.
Sonny Weaver. That movie is 11 years old, dude.
Wow.
You guys believe that? That movie's 11 years old now. That is wild.
It gets shat on a lot, but it's a guilty pleasure of mine around draft
Yeah, it's a
time to
good
put
movie.
that thing on and watch it through.
They tried. They had Superman at quarterback, and they still losing, brother. I don't know where to get it. I don't know how you do it.
He said, what did he say? Nobody went to his birthday or something. That was the red flag of the quarterback coming out.
Bo Callahan. Bo Callahan. Yep.
Well, we went to his birthday party.
Yeah.
Hey,
What do you think of the
everybody's
real story
going.
of Sonny?
Everybody's going to Caleb's birthday party. We've seen that. He even had
Absolutely.
3 women go at his birthday
I seen
party
that.
in May.
Females jumped out
Like
there.
the 3 dime pieces walk up out of that limousine.
I think, Aaron, you mentioned at the top of the show that you thought Caleb Williams didn't play that well in the Saints game. I kind of agree with that. We were talking about that, I think, before these guys got here. But Caleb Williams has to play good in this game. If he has a bad game, I think we're in trouble.
Yeah.
He's got to use his legs to move the sticks. I mean, I know we complained about that when Justin Fields was here, running all the time. I mean, at least, if it's there, take it and slide down and get that, just keep the chains moving.
So many
Positive
times last
yard.
week he could have gone ahead and
Yeah.
moved with his legs.
Mhm.
And I mean, the other part about that too is whatever we're doing in scramble drill. So as soon as those plays break down, man, it officially turns into scramble drill. Those wide receivers have to figure out a way to get open. And when you have 8, 9, 10 seconds to either make a play or get rid of the football, somebody has to get open, dude.
Yep.
Caleb's throwing these beelines to these receivers that end up having a defender all over their back. I think Roma Dunze got interfered with twice on scramble drill. No flags thrown. I mean, hey, we could talk about the officials for another half hour today now, based on what happened last week.
Yeah, Tyler Huntley beat us the last time he played us against the Ravens, if I'm not correct. Let me see, it's November 21st, 21, 16-13. Ravens win at home for Chicago. Yeah,
2021. Was that Nagy era?
2021.
Was
So
the end of the Nagy
that
era?
would have been the end of the Nagy era. Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, as far as the refs go, the only complaint I had, Neil, was when Brisker comes in and he hits the ball in Spencer Rattler's hand and tackles him. The ball still goes out, goes forward, but he hit the ball first, and they called roughing the passer on him instead of what should have been a fumble picked up by our defense. But
his hand brushes the helmet.
They've been
atrocious. We can get any softer as a football league. His hand brushed the helmet. we call roughing the passer.
Oh man, I like the route by Colston Loveland that he's literally running and turning and showing his hands.
Yeah.
The Saints defender runs
and trips over him. Yep.
Fucking player and falls.
Yeah.
Flat. He set a pick. Excuse me.
Penalized for unathleticism by the defender.
Right.
He did it by the book. Did what you're supposed to do by the book, and they flag him for it. Yeah.
How about that touchdown pass right before halftime when the right tackle was already in his kick slide when the ball was snapped?
Right.
They allow that garbage to move forward, take place. They go into halftime with a score on the board, a little bit of momentum, come out of halftime and score. I think there's a penalty that they allowed on that play too. When we kicked that first field goal, that botched snap, when it looked like Dahlman was trying to run with the ball, I don't know what the hell he was doing. That should have been a legal snap, 5-yard penalty, replay third down. They should have had another chance to toss one into the end zone and try to get 6 instead of 3.
Yeah, and there was another one with the double clutch penalty. It was a second penalty with the snap. I thought Cody Whitehair was back there for a second, but they went for it on fourth down and they didn't get it, but the penalty called no play. And then Ben Johnson was like, let's kick the field goal, which he should have done anyways. He kind of, to me, a little too many times going for it on fourth down when we could just kick the field goal. Put the points
I don't
on the
know,
board.
man. It's hard for me to complain about that when I've been complaining about the inverse for years. Like 4th and 1 and we're punting. What the hell are we doing? How many times have I been sitting on my couch saying that? I can't. I just can't. I can't say be a victim of the moment, I guess. I can't bring myself to do it. Yeah, I mean, you guys want to talk a little college ball while we're here? I mean, I know, Neil, I was pulling for your Mississippi State Bulldogs yesterday. I had them money line, and they had the Texas Longhorns right where they wanted them. And just like I told Tooch, the Texas Longhorns have legitimately a Devin Hester clone back there returning punts for them. He returned 2 of them against my Kentucky Wildcats to really give them the win in that game. So I knew, don't kick to this guy. Kick it out of bounds. Whatever you got to do, just don't let him get his hands on the ball.
Talking about the Niblett kid?
Yes, he is a monster back there. Yeah, and that's all he does for the team is return punts, but he does it better than anybody else I've seen. I don't know. What were your thoughts on Mississippi State, man?
Man, was it I think he came out, or at least when I found that kid, because I went for Catapult, I used to scout the state of Texas. And kids out of Houston, I believe.
Houston, yep.
I believe it was Ike. I think he went to Ike. I was just randomly watching Ike play. I honestly cannot remember who it was. It doesn't really matter because he ran that team up and down the field. It was he was fast. He was explosive. He was easily the best player I watched the entirety of that fall in 2021. Eisenhower, Ike.
Oh, okay.
I think it was Eisenhower. I think is where he was. Yeah, that kid's high. Go back and watch that kid's high school film. I mean, no surprise whatsoever that he ended up at Texas. Had nothing going on at the time. I looked at his list of schools that he could potentially been talking to. No offers, barely anybody following the kid. What are we doing? This kid's a no-brainer. Sent him out in a bunch of reports and all that stuff right away, but. Dude, hey, they absolutely dog walked Texas up and down the field the entirety of the first half defensively. They couldn't get anything going. They had 78 total yards of offense before that final drive. Where I can't remember if they scored that final drive before halftime or if that thing stalled out and they had to punt. I can't remember exactly what happened, but they got half of their. They wouldn't have had to punt because if they got most of their total yardage on that drive would be like 60-some yards. They might have had to kick a field goal or something. I can't remember exactly what happened. Turnover on downs. Wherever the case may be, they couldn't get anything going first half. Now at halftime, I went out with the family, go trick or treating around the neighborhood. So I didn't see the second half of the game. I have to go back and watch it. But we got back right in time to see Texas tie the game up, and then the thing go into overtime and watched overtime, and that sucked. That was a colossal failure. Just the entirety of being up 17 going into the fourth quarter and allowing that type of outfit to come back against you was a colossal failure. I'll just go ahead and say that. That's the only thing that's the only real takeaway that I can come away from that game with. I mean, that was just bad, dude. I don't know how you do that. I got to go back and watch it, like I said, to see exactly how the whole thing happened.
Yeah, the second half, like I was telling Tooch before we got on, it was probably the best game Arch Manning's played. He was actually somewhat accurate, was able to hit some of his throws. Like I said, the big punt return was the biggest thing, in my opinion. And then, like you said, in overtime, that defense, once Texas gets a lead, the defense is elite. The D-line, if you're looking for players that you want to be in Chicago next year, look at Texas's defensive line because they got dogs all across it. They just the second half they really controlled the line of scrimmage. The Mississippi State was running the ball all over them in the first half, and then the second half it was like they couldn't get a yard. Like when the game was on the line, it was continuous 3 and out. They couldn't run the ball well, and then of course when they dropped back to pass, especially in overtime, the what's his name? Shapen had defenders in his face immediately. So even if he wanted to make a play, there was nothing there to be made. But I had Mississippi State money line. That's the only thing I missed on my parlay, so I was not happy about it.
You were feeling pretty good about yourself, I bet, going into halftime.
I was feeling great, man, and because I know as another SEC fan, I hate on the Cowbells, but it's such a big help for home field advantage for Mississippi State when you can have those cowbells rolling all day. Like watching the game on my TV drives me nuts. I couldn't imagine being in it trying to communicate and tell your receiver what you want them to do.
I'll tell you what, man, there's sometimes where I'm standing on that sideline when I was there and I'm literally yelling in the guy's ear standing next to me. There's another coach or personnel guy or whoever standing next. I'm yelling in this guy's ear. He has no idea that I'm saying even a word to him, right? I remember
nod at that point. Yeah.
2014 when we were number one in the country for as long as we were. I can remember how many weeks we were number one. First ever college football playoff ranked number one team. That was the first year of the college football playoff. First ever
Dak
team.
years, right?
That was Dak's junior year.
Yeah, I know y'all came up here and beat our ass that year.
J. Rob at tailback and Bear Wilson at retriever and a couple of retrievers on that team. That's pretty good. Fred, blanking on names right now. Doesn't matter. But we had Auburn. We had Auburn at Davis Wade. Game day was there, I believe. That was the game day game. First time game day was ever at State. That was the loudest I've ever heard a college football stadium in my entire life. And that's what I was talking about. I was yelling in somebody's ear next to me. That was after we took an immediate 21-0 lead in the first quarter. It was like, blitzed the hell out of them. It was a blitzkrieg. That's what it was. It was a World War II blitzkrieg. we put on Auburn in the very beginning of that game. It was so damn loud that stadium had all those fans had all day to get properly lubed up.
Properly lubed up. That's one way to put it.
Properly lubed up, baby. The beverages were flowing in abundance. And they were loud. They were rabid fans. Cowbells were ringing. It was absolutely insane.
Yeah,
nuts.
Yeah,
you guys got to get.
Unfortunately,
up. You guys got to get down. I should say get down there. If you guys ever get down there, you have to. You got to do it.
Well, I'd like to go down there. I know Kentucky used to play them every year, but I think with the new schedule, they're not going to see them as often. But that used to be unofficial rivalry, I guess. We would play back and forth, it seemed like, every year. And their fans were always nice when they came up here, so I never had any issue with Mississippi State. A couple other games. Vanderbilt beat Missouri. That was a barn burner. I mean, they were going back and forth. Diego Pavia he's great in college ball. I don't think he'll work out in the league, but for what he is in college football, he is an absolute stud and a superstar down there. And Missouri just pissed down their leg with the game on the line there at the end. Bo Prabula, who transferred from Penn State, and a lot of Penn State's fans were like, we should have kept that guy. He didn't look great yesterday. I believe he got injured in that game as well, so that hurts as well. And all of a sudden, Alabama and Texas A&M really have separated themselves as the top of the SEC. Like we were watching last night, and South Carolina was up on Bama, and my wife looks at me and she goes, "Well, who do you want to win?" I said, honestly, if I want the SEC in the playoffs, I need Alabama to win these games. I can't watch the playoffs and it just be all Big 10 and Big 12. So I need Bama to do their job, which they ended up doing at the end. They and South Carolina, you talk about another stadium where it gets loud and crazy the whole freaking night. If you ever go to South Carolina, I mean, you could see it on your TV how loud and crazy it is in there at night. And Alabama went in there and they were down early and they pulled it out at the end and shut that crowd up. And then Texas A&M took care of business against LSU. I like to complain about my coach because he has a huge, insane buyout that he did not deserve. But Brian Kelly down there at LSU's got about $20 million more on his buyout, and they are not happy down there. If you're an LSU man,
slightly pissed.
Because Neil knows this as a scout, the state of Louisiana per capita has such an abundance of talent. Mississippi's like that as well. Has such an abundance of talent that LSU. I mean, these kids. I used to say it about Florida teams, but in Florida they're split between Florida, FSU, Miami. There's a whole bunch of teams. Whereas in Louisiana, it's all LSU. You know, you're not going anywhere else. You grew up an LSU fan. Your dad's an LSU fan. Your grandpa's an LSU fan. So that's where you're going if you get the offer. So it's not difficult to recruit there. But Brian Kelly just, I don't know, man. He just doesn't get it done, and they're trapped. Much like I don't even want to talk about Kentucky. We went down 28-7 to Tennessee, and I turned it off. I didn't watch the rest of it. Apparently, we came back, made it a 1-touchdown game. I listened to a podcast this morning. Is the only reason why I know. And it was ugly, man. That Tennessee offense it doesn't match up well with our defense. Mark Stoops has got to go, man. That's all there is to it in Kentucky.
That was right before halftime too.
Yeah. Yeah, right before half, and then they score, and then they come out and we do nothing, and then they score again, and then it was off to the races, you know. So it just we just the way Tennessee's offense runs, and I've said this plenty of times, it also makes it difficult to scout them as far as prospects coming to the NFL because their receivers are standing on the sideline. So it literally spreads you out that far, and it's so easy to find space, especially Kentucky. We play a zone-based defense because, let's be honest, we don't have that recruiting base here in Kentucky. We have to get the leftovers from Ohio that Ohio State doesn't want. So that's, you know, we're at we just don't have it here. It's not a pipeline, but you spread them out and they find the holes in the zone, and they've got one receiver at Tennessee that might be good. I think his name's Brezel, something like that. Really fast, 6'5".
Chris Brezel.
That's it, Brezel. Really fast, 6'5". He might be good, but again, it's difficult to tell in that offense down there. And they don't have they don't run an abundance of different routes, so they come out of college without a huge understanding of a route tree. And then, of course, you know, Bears fans have been scarred by Velus Jones. I don't know if they're going to want another Tennessee receiver, but yeah, they blew out Kentucky, and it's pretty bad down here. We're just every post game, every KSR show I listen to is the basketball team played Purdue in an exhibition game on Friday and beat their ass, which number 1 Purdue in the country. So that was
it an exhibition game, or was that one of those preseason tournaments?
It was exhibition, because if you try to look up the box score, you're not going to find anything. You had to have, or while it was live, I couldn't find anything. But so we're turning the page to basketball over here, which sucks for me as a football fan. I love the basketball team, obviously, but I like to enjoy football while I can, and I can't enjoy it right now. It just sucks.
Yeah, that top 5 should be not much movement. I mean, Ohio State was off. Indiana just demolished UCLA 56-6. They're the number 2 team and well deserved. I mean, they're so solid on both sides, all 3 phases of the game, really. And Texas A&M, they're also solid. You know, after convincing win down in Death Valley against Kelly. I mean, and then 4 is Alabama, and they struggle a little bit on the road at South Carolina, but I don't think they're moving anywhere, you know, out of that 4 spot. Oregon kind of struggled a little bit with Wisconsin. They're at home, but they've got some injuries and stuff, but I don't think they're moving because of that at 6. But yeah, Indiana 8-0, 5-0 in the Big Ten. Just oof. The Hoosiers of the basketball school is now a college football powerhouse. You know,
didn't take long at all either.
They always have,
and that's another thing.
Year like 5 or 6 is weird.
Yeah, I mean that's another thing Kentucky fans are saying is like, if they can do it up there, why can't we do that here? You know, if we have the right guy, you got to get the right guy that buys into the way football is now, that buys into the NIL and transfer portal and working toward that because it's not going to go away. It may fall back some and put some regulations in place, but it's not going to go away. So if you got guys like Dabo Swinney and Mark Stoops, and I guess Nick Saban was kind of like this before he left out, that are just, I get it. You won a lot with the old way, and you wish it was still like that, but it's not like that, and it's never going to be like that again. So you might as well find a way to win the way football is played now. Now, Indiana might be something to watch once those JMU, because remember, Cignetti brought all those kids from JMU with him.
Yep.
So once those guys graduate or go to the league or whatever they're going to do, how well can he recruit after that? But you know, that it's definitely a fun team to watch. Smash Mouth. They like when I watched them manhandle Oregon, I was like, okay, they're for real. Because a lot of times you see these teams that just roll through their schedule and then they run into a powerhouse, and all of a sudden they have struggles. Does Indiana play Ohio State? Because that'll be.
I'm looking at that. Let me look at that here.
Nope.
I don't think so.
They don't have to play them, so they wouldn't have to play them until I guess the Big Ten championship, right?
Shit. Their last 4 games a cakewalk: at Maryland, at Penn State, home versus Wisconsin, and at Purdue. It's like
it didn't look like a cakewalk going into it though. You know, at Maryland might be more difficult than it looks. And Penn State,
Maryland is the only real tough one. Penn State is, you know, their season's done. Wisconsin is rebuilding. Purdue's been feisty though. It might be a little bit of a challenge. Yeah, who doesn't? That's my guy. Des Moines Prep Schools, man. Southeast Polk High School right here just dominated Caden Proctor. Yeah, we talked about him here a couple weeks. Right? Yeah, I would love to have him on the Bears, man.
We've talked about him on the show.
Absolute freak of nature.
Yep, he is a freak of nature. You don't see physical specimens like that, man. Just the athleticism at that size and weight, just unbelievable. Yeah, he was dominant here.
I think he is, Robbie.
Just dominant here in Des Moines Prep football. Complete dominance.
Damn. 6'7", 366?
Yeah. But you've seen him move.
6'7".
I played some video of here. They hand the ball off to him like a fullback. He gets goal line carries.
He's bouncy. He's got juice in his step. He can pick the feet up. He hurdled over dudes on one of those touchdown runs a couple weeks ago. I mean, that dude is a freak.
I'm looking at his picture. That's a mean looking motherfucker, boy.
Yep, Iowa. He's Iowa born and bred.
Sheesh.
Yeah, he turned down Iowa to go to Alabama. Would have been nice. Yeah, you know, I mean, well worth it. Like a lot more recognition at Alabama.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Iowa dominated. Damian Harris, Sean Alexander back in the day. Both those guys turned down Kentucky to go play for the Tide because they were running backs. So
you
know, it's actually Jedrick Wills, he's from Kentucky, went down to Alabama. So
you got some LT Overton bashing in the chat over here.
Barely some more.
I wasn't sure who they were talking about.
Fan of LT Overton.
He likes
I mean,
the
speaking
Oregon,
of athletic
Oregon
dudes,
tackles.
that monster in the middle for Alabama. I got to actually watch some tape on him. I don't really have a thought on him, but no, I just know he's big as hell and athletic as hell.
Their quarterback has been steady too for Alabama. Same with the Ohio State kid at quarterback.
Yeah, Ty Simpson might be able to put his name up there in the Heisman voting somewhere, because he's been doing what he needs to do to get done. I love the fact that I'd love to see Jeremiah Love. Now, they were off this week, but I'd love to see Jeremiah Love get the Heisman. And we talked about it last week. Every season that ends in 5 has gone to a running back, so I'd love to see that tradition continue. But
I was gonna say, to be honest,
it's
no quarterbacks for real that's standing out this year to be Heisman. So.
Did you guys? I know you guys watched the Lions game last week, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Dominant performance.
I flirted with it.
Yeah, that tailback they got up there in Detroit. That's Love. That's Jeremiah Love right there.
Yep, Jahmyr Gibbs.
You said that in our group chat. Yeah.
No, number 0.
Yep.
That kid right there is Jeremiah Love. That 78-yard breakaway, that looked just like Jeremiah Love. That's who Jeremiah Love could be. That's what it could look like.
Yep.
That's why they drafted him at 12, and everybody laughed.
Yep. Everybody was like,
everyone
"What the
laughed
hell?"
on draft night when they drafted.
Yeah, I forget who is the GM in Detroit. What's the GM's name
Brad
in Detroit?
Holmes.
Brad Holmes. Yeah, he's done a fantastic job.
Sure has.
The past 5 years, just solid.
I mean,
that's
why drafting in the top 5 perennially, you know what I'm saying? You should have a good team eventually.
Yeah, but even when they're winning, he's made good picks, you know? While winning, the Bears draft class looks a lot better than initially thought, you know? We kind of knocked it at first, but we'll get to see Colson Loveland today with Cole Kmet out. I love his prop over 3.5 catches today. I think he gets 4 catches today.
How low it is?
He better get good.
Yeah.
Hey man, you know what I ain't seen in a long time, man. I'm about to knock on some wood or get in front of a mirror and say his name like Beetlejuice 3-4 times. I ain't seen Don Burr-ass. Anybody seen Don Burr-ass, man? His team is doing okay. I thought he'd be in here talking shit. I think it's because the Bears are playing well. He don't want to come in here and talk shit.
That's gotta be it.
I think Aldo banned him, I thought. Like he said something homophobic about Caleb or something.
He's got like 1 million burgers, though.
Right, he come back as 2.0, 5.0 Terminator.
Don Burr, Terminator 2.0, T1000 Don Burr. He can't get rid of him.
Do not disassemble is what he said. Fellas, we got about 15 minutes left before Tooch has to run and do his fantasy show.
Yeah, we'll do a little fantasy football goon with Adam and Sean.
Yeah.
Yo.
Good. I got a question for you, brother. I got a question for you. See, I had to make some adjustments to my fantasy lineup.
I know the feeling.
You know, so should I start? I'm waiting on it to pop up. Oh, that's the wrong one. I'm sorry. Technical difficulties, you know what I'm saying? All right. I do know the one player is Marvin Mims.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I got Marvin Mims and Colston Loveland. Who should I start in my flex?
Man, I don't know, man. It's going to be close in that one. Look, Mims is at home, right? Against the Cowboys defense?
I believe so.
I'm starting Mims in one league, so I'm kind of a little biased there. But, the Cowboys have got nothing. But they also have, Franklin and Sutton at wide receiver, too. That's going to be an Evan Engram fighting for catches. So I like Loveland today.
I'm thinking that, man. I feel like it's going to be a game.
Yeah, but Mims is good, though, too. I think you're probably, either way, whichever guy you go for, I think you're fine, Mims has been a big play guy, though. We don't know what Colston Loveland is yet, but I like his prop over 3.5 catches. I think he gets 4 catches today.
Oh, it's rough.
I know.
Well, I mean, lead that right into a breakdown, Tooch. Give me your score prediction, a bowl prediction, and your MVB, and hit your shout outs, and we'll close this thing on out.
All right. Let's see. I want to get we're looking at a 45-point total here. Man, the Bears are hot. The game scares me a little bit. I think the Bears win this one. I think it'll be close, though. I think it's going to be, like a 20, 23, 22 type game. I'll take the Bears in this one, though. I like the Bears. I like the Bears at plus 6.5, to throw them in a teaser and get, Bears plus 12.5 in this game. Some other teams, I think the Chiefs is a good teaser this week. I don't think the Commanders have much of a chance going into Arrowhead.
Man, they're so bad.
And then I would take the Colts down against the Titans. The Colts are hot. And, 3-team teaser going here and stuff. But I'm going to be the Bears 23-22. Like I said, I think Caleb Williams is going to have to – if Caleb Williams plays bad, we're in real trouble. So if he's going to be moving the chains and making the key throws, and like Neil said, in the scramble drill, the receivers are finding the soft parts in the defense, I like the Bears' chances. I'll take Bears 23-22. My shout-outs to all you guys. The chat was fantastic.
Shout-out.
Yep, all you guys, the 3 of you, talking ball with some ball knowers, because I love this college football talk too. And then Aldo for making it all happen, and the chat room for great stuff in the chat room. I was following around and cracking me up and stuff. And go Bears.
That's right. Go ahead, Neil. You're muted, Neil.
Damn. I keep on doing that. I don't know why I keep on doing that. Oh, I know why. It's because I keep on having a sniff. I mean, allergies have been nuts, man.
Yep, me too.
I don't know about you guys, but especially this week, there's been nights where I can't open my eyes. I'm just trying to, I'm just trying to make life work right now. Crushing my will to live. These allergies is what they're doing.
Yep.
But yeah, 23-22. That's an interesting score. With the over being at 40, I just want to go ahead and say, let's go ahead and take the over. But the Bears 40-6. That's what we're gonna. That's what we're gonna say. I think that's realistic. But I do think the Bears have a great shot at getting 40 plus. I really do. I think that there's a great chance for this offensive explosion to take place today against this defense. The thing that you always come back to, like the major matchup that I look at, is just that cornerback room versus whatever the Ravens are going to be able to do at the quarterback position. If Tyler Huntley can exploit that disadvantage for the Bears and turn that into an advantage for the Ravens, they can go ahead and put some points up. If the cornerback room steps up, next man up type of mentality, it could be a long day for those Baltimore Ravens. I wore this camel hat today because I'm hunting for some birds, man. I'm trying to speak that into existence. We're hunting birds today, right here. Camel hat, shooting down some ravens is what we're doing. That's what I'm hoping is going to happen today, boys. I'll just go and say Bears hit 40. Bears hit 40. Let's go ahead and give the Ravens the benefit of the doubt that they can move the ball a little bit. Tail back my run for over 100. Put a couple touchdowns on the board. Let's say 40-14 Bears. Let's go ahead and do that. Over hits, Bears cover. It's gonna be another fun day. Another Victory Monday coming up. Go ahead and fly that flag again. It'd be awesome. I'm looking forward to it. First 5-game win streak in how long? Anybody know?
Since Nagy 2018. Yeah, 2018 we had
2018. Let's make that happen, baby. First time 7 years. Let's make a 5-game win streak happen. Speak it into existence. That's what we're trying to do. Appreciate all y'all again. Much love from South Bend, Indiana. I love being around family. I love doing all the holiday stuff. Little cousin Camden turned 6 yesterday, so we had a big old party for him, and everything else is great.
Nice.
Good stuff. Shout out to you guys for being awesome. Shout out to the chat for being awesome. Bear down, boys and girls. Let's go get one.
Hell yeah. Go ahead, KB.
All right, man. I know I said this before, man. Like the thought of playing this team with Lamar Jackson had me conflicted because I know Lamar Jackson will put up points. And then at that point, it was real 50-50 to me. With Lamar Jackson being out, I don't have faith in this Ravens team. I don't have faith that Tyler Snoop Huntley be able to move the ball as consistently as he should. Last time he beat us, it felt fluky. You know what I'm saying? If y'all understand what I mean. I feel like this defense is far and away better than whatever numbers say. I think we'll be able to get pressure on them. I don't feel today that we're gonna look out there and be like, oh, okay, we got a bunch of backup corners in the game. To me, it kind of feels like it's gonna be like how we had that game. I want to say it was under Nagy, where we had an entire secondary full of backup players, but it was just fun to watch. You know what I'm saying? Them young boys was flying around and they were making plays. Now, them young boys that are on this team now were younger then, because I'm pretty sure Jalen Jones was on that team and Blackwell. I believe they were
Blackwell, probably, yeah.
So I'm expecting us to win this game. I'm expecting us to put up, I say, around 31 points. I say 31-13. I give them one touchdown to 2 field goals. I don't have faith that this Baltimore team is gonna have their best game against the Bears today. You don't have your best player. Without that being the case, that means boxes should be stacked because you need to stop Derrick Henry.
Yep.
And that would be my focus going forward in this game. It would be to stop Derrick Henry and then make Tyler Huntley as uncomfortable as he will ever be. And I think that's how you walk away with this game firmly. Is Austin Booker playing tonight?
No, he's not.
Jeez.
This motherfucker, man.
What's the deal?
Is he on the roster at least? Because
not yet. They have till Tuesday to decide.
Practices. I don't know what the deal is.
It's just not ready. Maybe it's not. This isn't the game to bring him back with whatever personnel. Maybe they're going to be stopping. They're going to be focused on stopping the run. They better come with their hard hat and lunch pail because of the number 22 on the Ravens. He's a tough son of a gun, man.
Right. Okay. So with Tuesday, that being in mind, I'm pretty sure we'll see
Monday, Tuesday. Yeah, getting a news item on that.
I don't know who's going to be a starting corner today. I'll say this. I'll say two of our backup corners get picks today. That'll be my bold take of the day. MVP, it better be Caleb. Like my boy Deal said, this feels like the game you have to go out and put the stats up on. Yep. They're reeling. They're not that good of a defense right now.
They're getting better though.
They're getting better, but this is the game you can go out and you can shut a lot of people up. So I'm gonna say MVP is Caleb. Like I said, my crazy guess. Like I said, I'll say backup corners, whoever are the backup corners for this game are going to get Nashawn Wright. Okay, he's one. He'll get an interception because he's Nashawn Wright. He's playing like Deron Bland. He's either going to get burnt or he's going to make a play. I feel like Jalen Jones might be your other outside corner. No, wait, no, they don't even. Yeah. J2K saying that Jones ain't out there.
Jones would be out there, I think. I don't think he's inactive.
Okay. If it's Jones, then I give Jones a start, a pick.
Yeah, they just elevated Flowers from the practice squad. I don't know if he'll be active though.
Hell,
I imagine he should be because we're so light on bodies.
The Seahawks, man, what happened? But yeah, like I said, that's it, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Y'all always bring it, man. Y'all always do your thing. Shout out to y'all boys, man. Like I said, Neil, man, next time if I know you in South Bend, brother, we'll make plans, brother. We'll go out and get a beer or something.
Hell yeah, dude. I'll let you know. I'll be up probably 2 or 3 times in November.
Bet, yeah. We can definitely link up then, brother. And if it's on a Sunday that you're gonna be out here, we can do the show somewhere.
Yeah, man, that'd be awesome.
But yeah, man, that's me, man. AC, you take it out, brother. Take it out.
All right. First and foremost, shout out to you guys for coming on with me and talking ball. C-Dub had to get his computer fixed. We miss you, brother. We'll see you back here whenever you get everything ready to go. Definitely shout out to the chat. like we said, everybody was bringing it today. Dr. Truth dropped some comments at the end there I'm not sure I agree with, talking about Booker not fitting in the defensive scheme. I feel like, didn't the Saints draft a defensive end that wasn't perfect for his scheme, but they drafted him in like the top 10.
Yeah. Jermaine Johnson.
I
the thing about it
I was
is
thinking
that
of somebody
he's not
else.
completely wrong. He's not completely wrong. Booker is here for
Davenport.
third down
That's
pass
who I was
rush.
thinking of, Robbie.
Oh, okay, yeah. Marcus
Yeah.
Davenport, isn't he on the Lions?
I think he's moved around a bit since then. But they drafted him in the top 10, so obviously Dennis Allen was a big enough fan of him to let them take him at that position. Maybe think he could do something with him. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I'm glad you brought up Derrick Henry, KB, because I thought it was going to get all the way to me with nobody bringing him up, and that is he is still a bad man. He is still a bad man. But I think they need to lock in on him and force, really, like they used to say about Justin, make Tyler Huntley play quarterback. So that'll be the goal for today on defense is lock in on the running game and make them play quarterback and then go from there. Caleb absolutely has to have a great game. I think that he will. But my MVP has to be the man who has been on a tear lately, DeAndre Swift. I've been highly impressed with what he's been able to do, both in the running game and in the receiving game, being that outlet for Caleb when he's needed it. I think that continues today because as bad as we think our defense is, the Baltimore Ravens have not been able to stop the run all year. They do get some guys back. I know Roquan's going to be out there trying to do what he does, and that might point to what you say, Tooch, because I love Roquan. I miss Roquan, but he is not great in coverage. So maybe Colston Loveland gets him.
You can run right at Roquan too. He doesn't,
that too.
Shed blocks as well.
Yeah.
DeAndre Swift has a hip injury, though, I think.
Yeah, he's questionable. But he was questionable last week week and still
ran for 124 yards.
Yeah. I think that's just like a.
I got one last thing.
Take it easy during the week and then letting him go during game day. But I think Bears win this game. We've scored 21 points in every single game. I don't think that stops this week. I think Bears win 30-24. I'm really confident as a Bears fan this season, and hopefully this continues. 5-game win streak, then come down to Cincinnati and try to keep it going. Go ahead, Tooch.
I got one last thing. Like every week after the games, whether the Bears win or lose, I do AI imagining. Like last week I did the Bears, Bears beating a Saint. So I have this one on here, and it imagines it for me.
Damn.
So it put Jesus back there.
What the hell are you doing to my boy?
I thought these AI things were not religious, but if they put Jesus in the background, then I was like, should I remove Jesus? Then I thought maybe I might go to hell if I remove Jesus, So I don't know. But next week I'm going to have to do a bear eating some birds, I don't know.
You're going to hell, dude.
They're trying to take Jesus out of everything these days, Tooch.
I'm going to hell anyways. Yeah, they're trying to take Jesus out of it. I left him in, though.
Oh, man.
I couldn't remove him.
You just say some Hail Marys, Tooch. 5 Hail Marys and 2 Our Fathers. Go to confession, dude.
Yeah, next week I'm going to have a bunch of dead birds.
I don't know a better way to close it out than that.
I got one way we could close it out, man.
Comment.
This one. Get it, the pen clicking maniac. Come on.
Dude, I do the same thing, man. I am so obsessively compulsive about clicking my pen. I do the same thing, man. I think it's kind of like a nervous tick. Yeah, I'll just sit here a lot of times and just do this the entire time when I'm looking at film or trying to think of what I'm going to write up on something.
I think he is.
I'm convinced, dude.
JGK, you're right. We do got the Pope.
The Pope.
So maybe we're all right. Maybe we're okay.
Got the Pope from Chicago.
Now the Sox, turn around and win a series next year. We know that this is divine intervention is what's taking place.
Anyway, like, comment, and subscribe to the Barroom Network, and hit the notification bell to tell you when we go live. When you leave here, actually just stay tuned, and Tooch will bring in Adam Shum and tell you how to set your fantasy lineup. But until next week, we'll just leave everybody with a bear down.
Bear down.